Director Ratcliffe, China's influence on the Panama Canal has increased since 2017. Panama became the first Latin American country to sign on to China's Belt and Road Initiative. Can you talk about not just China embedding itself into the various canal-related sectors and operations, but what other areas in Central and South America have China and others increased their presence?
The PRC throughout Central and South America continues to attempt to use its soft power to gain a foothold. They use direct aid to countries that need it. They also provide funding to universities to get a foothold to create influence. You've seen the diplomatic efforts of the administration to address that and push back on PRC ownership of the canal locks. But that ties into what the IC is doing.
Gordon, this is a very well methodical plan by China to intercept very important shipping lanes. Your reaction to all of this?
Well, the interesting thing is that Beijing is now throwing a fit. Yesterday was the third time that the central government's two main offices in Hong Kong reposted an article from Dao Gongbao, the major pro-Chinese newspaper in Hong Kong. Those articles actually criticized Hutchison for selling the ports to BlackRock, and it did so in very corrosive terms, saying that any company that undermined China's national security was destroying its own foundations. And yet, Hutchison is going forward with this sale, which suggests that companies in Hong Kong are defying the Beijing central government, which is just inconceivable, or at least it would have been inconceivable a year ago. So I don't know what's going on here, but the point is that companies in Hong Kong are now starting to see that China is not as important to them as they once were. Otherwise, Hutchison would obey Beijing and would not be selling these two ports to BlackRock.
Well, this sounds like a good development. I mean, Li Ka-shing, the head of CK Hutchison, you would think would bow to Xi Jinping. He's not.
No, he's not. Interesting thing is that one of Li Ka-shing's sons, Richard Li, has been summoned to Beijing to go to the China Development Forum. And Beijing is going to put a lot of pressure on him there. And yet we're going to see how this works out. But Richard Li is not somebody who is going to say no to Beijing. But if he does, that signals a very important shift in the way that businesses around the world are starting to look at China.